I would give this version of Black Rock Shooter this. Of all the universes and stories of Black Rock Shooter, this one definitely has the best development of the characters. It really does. Even after reading the comic section, a lot of people say these last two episodes truly stick out. Even though they're not heavily fully action oriented based, it was more on the focal point of each character, mainly Deadmaster and now Strength in this episode. You know, showing their inner struggles, their stride to find some resolve in this eternal life that they have been given, protecting a species that is so fragile it can die within the blink of an eye. You know, for instance, characters that you will see on the show will be here and then something will happen to them. And they themselves are like, whoa, how long I knew this character? Not that long. But here they are. They're already missing, they could be dead, yada, yada, yada. And with Strength's character, Strength being a very interesting one where she's focusing on the eternity, drinking her sorrows away. After Empress was defeated and went missing, they did something terrible to Strength and then caused her to go crazy. Her head's always aching, so she's constantly just drinking, and just seeing her just throw up and stuff. I don't know why. I guess they can't animate regular throw up, but most of the times in anime they always have throw up to be very bright or colorful. Why not just do regular throw up? I'm sure enough to see people throw up. It's disgusting, but that's just part of human nature. When you're sick, when you're scared of something disgusts you, you throw up. It's a weird conversation I'm having right now, but that's just the truth. I'm not that fragile. Some are. Hey, we see how she perceives humanity. And it goes back way back, like since 2032, where her and the Empress are having a talk about deciding to be part of mortality, the fight for the humans, even though the humans are very fragile. After showing the truth that humans can't preserve themselves, because even like I said from last episode, even without this war going on, humans would eventually decrease their numbers, find some way to destroy themselves because their own ideologies and power and religion. In some cases, Fallout will say, war. War never changes. And because of that, you start to lose faith and hope. Like, what am I fighting for? Why am I doing this? Humans are barely, they're barely surviving anyways, man. And now I'm here, just lost my leader. I've been traumatized, and now I'm drinking my sorrows away. What else is there left me to do? And we see a past character, the little boy Nobito, and he's missing his little sister. And his little sister, oh my god. When you thought you had hope in this episode, because you see, before I even talk about that clusterfuck right there, let's just talk about Strife. Let's just get the happiness out first, okay? She has two personalities, almost like with Charlotte. When Charlotte got her weapon disabled from her and she became very, very different, scared, fragile, and she started to run away. But then you have Strength as well, where she had her weapon, she's always angry and just full on action. And then when she lost her weapons, she became very shy and scared. It's almost as if the weapons themselves have their own personality. They inject their personality onto the character. That could be a theory of mine, or something else. Or when they just have the weapon, they just have this alter ego where they feel confident in who they are. But when they lose the weapon, they go back to being the girl that they are supposed to be. So that's another theory. So we got two theories right there of why these girls' personality changes every time they lose their weapons. There has to be some form of connection going on to interfere with their personality matrix. What it is, I'm still thinking about it. Now that being said, see her define what humans are just sums up in this episode. She had Nobito there, and Nobito pretty much kind of betrayed her, set her up, and then he had a change of heart. Inside, he shouldn't have done this. He feels sorry about her, and she decides to rescue her. She's having this inner conflict of, arguing with herself of what's the point of defending humanity. Why is she doing it? Is it for the Empress? Is it for humanity? Is it for herself? Whatever it is, she needs to find something. And she decided to go save the boy. The boy was being hanged, by the way. These people were hanging little children. I'm not surprised because that crap happens in real life, even to this day, unfortunately. What they were doing to the others, they're putting that grayish silver goo on people, that arcane stuff. And it just seems to eat away at everything. And what they're doing to some of the people there, like this dude was already, not only this dude was being hung, but he was also having the arcane stuff just eating him away. Like, I would give another thing to this Blackrock shooter series. It is the darkest. It is the most effed up, which I appreciate. It shows that bleakness, that Mad Max, that once again, that Fallout. Like, people aren't just getting killed here. People are dying in terrible ways. Terrible things are happening to these people. And despite the fact that people will say, oh, why are you showing this? It's disgusting stuff. But I think that's the point. They're showing that they live in this terrible, disgusting dystopia. No, it's not a dystopia. It's a terrible world where humans have no chance of surviving on their own. They're just forestalling what's to come. They have the resistance, but without these units started defending them, but the units themselves are effed up until Empress came back. Now Strength's on her side, and Dead Master's on her side. You could say Strength's on her side, but she's being a tsundere about it. She's like, I don't join you yet. She has her own mission. So as they're going to attack the Institute, they're going to go find a way to save the sister. And then when we thought we all had all the hope in the world, Mr. Smiley. When I saw that ending, and I was like, yeah, you need to go. You need to go. Toronto. You need to go like 3 months ago, man. That's how bad you really, man, if they rescue this girl and she's not gonna be the same. She's not going to be the same, man. And I do, despite how disgusted I'm glad I'm feeling this way. Not because I like, it's because I like when stories do this to me. I don't like it all the time where it's the cliche or you think something bad's about to happen, but it doesn't happen because the author chickens out at the end. That it does happen. It pulls at me. It makes me feel something that I usually don't feel. It's like, oh my god, it's just terrible. Oh my goodness, it's disgusting. And because of that, I am so intrigued and I am invested into it. Because I get these feelings that a lot of these stories that don't have the backbone to do these kind of things don't do it. I'm not saying that it'll be edgy all the time, but you're creating this kind of story, this kind of environment, it's understandable. You know, we already knew what Smiley's all about. You know why he does when he captures these girls. So we already know what was going to happen. And using these kind of cliche kind of stories, it looks like the little girl is about to get the Smiley, and then the heroes come in, they rescue her, and they go off, or one of them probably dies, but they still rescue the little girl and end the story. But instead, it already happened to her. Heck, so far, Empress has not been able to save any of the sacrificial girls so far. So far, they're on the train wreck. Every time they go by, they stop the machine to destroy some of the units, but they don't get a chance to really save the girls. And they keep failing. And I think that's the point of it. Their job is probably to just keep destroying these machines, but not to save the humans in a way. It seems like every time they try to save these sacrificial girls, they always fail, but they succeed in everything else. So there might be a pattern, a message going on here. Is this is probably their fate. It's not to save the humans, but destroy the other machines. That's probably what's going on. If that's the case, prepare for a lot more disturbing and depressing stuff down the road. That's all I'm saying. This is definitely not for the faint of heart. The fact that Disney Plus is producing this is kind of crazy. This is family friendly. But anyways, I'm gonna go because it seems like the lawnmowers are getting towards my way. So that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Macro on Anime. Signing out.